If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they have gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you, except the will which says to them, "Hold on." Rudyard Kipling, If. Many parents in this study currently targeted for parental alienation ask what more they could be doing to facilitate the realization process in their children. This chapter presents the answers to that question from the perspective of the adult children of PAS. What did they remember the targeted parent doing that maintained the relationship, and what else did they believe the targeted parent should have done? It is important to remember that there might have been efforts made that were helpful that they did not themselves recognize as helpful. What is presented is only from the perspective of the adult children. Here is a sampling of vignettes, several from each of the 3 parental alienation patterns, as described in Chapter 1, focusing on what they recalled that the targeted parent did and what they thought the targeted parent should have done. This is followed by a discussion of the major themes highlighted by these vignettes. It is important to bear in mind that the alienating parent effectuated the alienation. The role of the targeted parent was secondary. Contrary to Johnston's conclusion that alienation is due to children's preference for the better parent, the experience of the adult children of PAS suggests that their alienation was a result of coercion, pressure, and manipulation to renounce the targeted parent. Thus, focusing on what the targeted parents did and did not do may appear to be a criticism of the targeted parents, or blaming the victim. It is not intended as such. Unless the targeted parent understands what role, if any, he or she plays in the alienation, he or she is doing less than everything possible to ameliorate the situation. Hearing the stories of the adult children of PAS, it is easy to imagine how shaming and frustrating being the target of parental alienation syndrome can be. Although the rage should rightly be directed at the alienating parent, it is easy to see how it could be directed at the messenger, the child. As Gardner has noted when he coined the term independent thinker phenomenon, the children affected by parental alienation syndrome are very convincing in their presentation of disaffection for the targeted parent. Thus, these parents may be tempted to respond to the messenger and say, "If you don't want to have a relationship with me, fine. I will remove myself from the picture and spare you all of the unpleasantness." However, such abandonment is the very fuel that alienating parents use to convince the children that the targeted parent did not love them.